Trey and Colton White and Kale Morrow of Martinsdale St. Mary's. After moving on to the Class 1A state championship, Trey, we'll go ahead and start with you here today. 4 for 5 for you, 3 RBIs. What can you kind of say about your night at the plate?
Well, yeah, I just had coaches telling me that I've earned it to be here, and just my focus was to stay relaxed at the plate, and I did that, and I executed well tonight.
Kind of talk about your team tonight, hitting the ball well for you guys. 17 different hits, 18 runs scored. What can you kind of say about your team's batting tonight?
Yeah, just the fact that we had 17 hits and we were down early tonight, 8-2, and we still had our head in the game. It just shows that we can still come back at any point in the game.
Yeah, kind of walk me through, what was the mentality there? I mean, you guys found yourself down 8-2 early, and then you get right back into it and get that 18-8 run rule win. What can you kind of say about that?
Yeah, we just never really dropped our heads. We knew we were going to win from the beginning. We got Kale, who came in, closed really well for us. I would say he was our player of the game, but yeah, we just never dropped our heads. That was the approach. Stay calm at the plate, 1 hit at a time.
All right, Colton, we'll go and switch over to you now. 3 for 4 at the plate for you, 3 RBI as well. What can you kind of say about your night tonight there, batting-wise?
Yeah, basically just don't do too much, pass the bat on to the next person. It's our mindset coming in, just every single game. We're gonna keep doing that. Like Trey said, we could have easily hung our heads, but we just kept moving forward.
What was kind of the mentality throughout the entirety of the game there, especially when you found yourself down 8-2?
Well, we knew. So we had one of our guys basically mimic what pitch was going to throw tonight, because we had a little good scouting report, and we knew we could hit off of him. We faced people just like him, and we had some loud outs and just kept hitting the ball.
All right, Kale, we'll go ahead and switch to you now. 3 2/3 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, no runs. What can you kind of say about that close there for your squad?
I mean, I knew I had to come in and do a job, and I guess do better under pressure, I love it. I mean, there's no pressure because we're down 8-2, but a lot because it's state. But yeah.
What was really going through your head there when you came in there in the 3rd inning?
I just knew off speed was going to be a big thing, and I started out throwing the sidearm, and it just kept working, hitting the outside corner.
You also had a very big night at the plate today, a couple hits there and a couple RBI as well. What can you kind of say about your hits tonight?
Just stayed relaxed, tried to take it oppo, and if he gives me a pitch inside, turn on it.
All right, then any of you guys can kind of tune in and answer this question. The state championship there on Friday. What are you going to be kind of looking for there mentality-wise in the state championship?
I'd say the same thing as those last 4 innings. Just go up, keep hitting the ball, make them make plays. We're going to find gaps at some point.
And the biggest thing is to stay relaxed for us. That's all it is.
Yeah, we faced adversity before. We just did. We know we can do it. We can handle basically anything that comes our way.
All right, well, thanks so much, guys. Congratulations on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
Here with Martinsdale St. Mary's head coach John Fitzpatrick after a big win there in a Class 1A state semifinal, moving his team on to a state championship. Coach, what are the feelings and thoughts right now?
That was pretty crazy. That was one of the wildest games I've been a part of. To get down 8-2 and then battle back in an 11-run inning where it seemed like everybody was putting the bat on the ball, to come back and 10-run them. That was pretty awesome. You just tip the cap to our guys for just being able to stay in the game, especially getting down 8-2 with the heat and everything else, and that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, speak to that 11-run inning there. I mean, multiple hits. I think 8 different hits for your squad there in that inning. What can you kind of say about the team hitting there in that inning?
Yeah, I thought we had really, really good at-bats the first 3 innings, first 4 innings, a lot of hard outs. It was just like, hey, let's just stick to the approach. Like, I think maybe in the 5th we got 3 runs and, cut it to 8-5, and then we were able to put up an 11 spot. And just consistency. Just really good at-bats, not getting too upset when things didn't go their way or you had a hard hit. And then everything just kind of clicked and one after another. So they just kept rolling.
Trey and Colton White especially had big nights for you today. Trey had 4 for 5, and then Colton 3 for 4. What can you kind of say about them there at the plate tonight?
Just those two all year long. They've done it. You can look at the stats. I think they got 35 doubles and 25 doubles, and but that's them, right? They're able to drive pitches. They're able to hit seemingly anything and everything. So if we can get both those guys going at the top of our order, ends up being pretty dangerous.
And then Kale Morrow finished out the 3 2/3 there, final 3 2/3 for your squad on the mound. What can you kind of say about his pitching? Just one hit allowed, no runs.
That was huge. We burnt through 2 guys early, and they scored 8 runs. And just for whatever reason, just couldn't get the job done. And he came in and absolutely shut the door. So yeah, that was a very tough spot that he was put in. But came in and did a really nice job.
Your team found themselves down 6 runs there at one point. What were you kind of telling them to get through and then eventually get the big 18-8 win?
Yeah, it was hot, so we had to have 3-minute breaks in between innings, and that was a really good time for us just to gather ourselves, right? We were able to talk and just really get ourselves under control and really stick to the process and really worry about just what is that next pitch that we're able to do. So, that I thought that really played to our advantage. We had a really long delay within there, and the guys just stuck within there. How do we just score 1, right? Not looking about how do we score 6, but how could we just score 1 and then one after another? They kept clipping them off.
As your team is moving on to a Class 1A state championship, what can you kind of say, what does it mean really for this squad this season to be able to make that final mark and get there to the state title game?
Yeah, I really all year long we've been talking about the tradition that this program has, and just being here, right? And the expectation of playing here on a yearly basis and being able to get here. And honestly, I think they got pretty sick of me talking about it. It's about halfway through. The seniors had a meeting and were like, hey, that's great that we have this tradition, but let's make our own, right? And let's just be able to continue off this so people are talking about us. So they've taken extreme ownership of this team, and it's all their work. They've done a heck of a job, and we just look to compete one more time on Friday.
What are you and your squad going to be doing there to get ready for that matchup on Friday?
Yeah, we'll see what this next game entails. 2 really nice teams on the other side, East Buchanan and St. Ansgar. Whichever one comes out of there, we'll prepare tomorrow, and we'll just come out and compete the best we possibly can.
All right, well, thank you so much, Coach, and congratulations on moving on to the state championship.
Thank you so much.